Hey, it's Robert with a belated Wednesday musician tips video. This one's going to be important though. Some practice. So, recently, the past few years, habits, habit tracking, bullet journaling, time tracking, all that kind of stuff has become really important. And as a musician, you get better by repetition, by practicing and building good habits. So, this isn't necessarily about the playing, but I just want to give you a few tips to get you set up for success. So, when you do go to practice, it's easier. And that's what we want. We'll kind of automate some things so you don't have to think about it. So, first one, routine. That's what practice is. Repetition, routine, habit. You wake up every morning, eat a healthy breakfast, drink a glass of water, go for a run. You do that for a long enough period of time, it becomes a habit. And then when you miss a day, it throws off your whole day, right? We want music to be like that, where you practice every single day until it is just something that is part of your day no matter what. So the most important thing with routine is finding a place. I'm fortunate enough that I chose to rent a rehearsal space. I'm able to keep my gear all in the same room. It's inviting, it's professional, it's well lit, and I come here knowing that I'm gonna work. I don't have a TV over here. I don't have a lazy boy lounger and a refrigerator full of popcorn and beer and snacks. I don't have all my books that I'm reading. I've eliminated all those distractions by having it in a different spot. If you're a child or a student or a parent of somebody who is learning music, find that place. Help them find that place in your home where they can practice. They know it's a safe place for them to work. They're going to make mistakes. Things are going to sound bad at first. And they might be self-conscious about it or shy about it, or afraid to mess up. Practice is where you get to make those mistakes. So you learn how not to make them when it counts. So I'll give you a couple examples. I have a younger violin student who we do his lesson in their dining room every week. Same time, same place. He calls me out when I'm 3 minutes early, right? He knows when I've arrived early or when we've gone over time on a lesson. And he practices about 15 minutes every single day. He is going to improve and has improved significantly over somebody that only practices the 10-15 minutes before a lesson. Another student, she's in 6th grade now. I've been teaching her for about 3.5 years. And same thing. I get to their house, I know where my shoes go when I take them off. I know where she keeps her violin and all her music books. Her music stand is always folded up right under the couch until lesson time or until practice time. They have plenty of light in that living room, no TV, no pets distracting us. So we go in, we do that lesson, and then she practices same time every single day to prepare for those lessons and to prepare for the advanced chamber orchestra that she auditioned and made it into, because she has a routine. So find that place. It could be the living room or the dining room. It could be part of your bedroom. If it's neat, you want it to be clean and tidy and inviting. And you don't want any distractions, like, oh, I can't practice until I put my clothes away. Maybe you need a different space, or maybe you plan ahead for that. Okay? Brings to the next point, time. What time are you going to practice? For both of those students, they practice the same time as their lesson. So they just know that on Tuesdays, I'm going to show up. But Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, same time, same place. The only difference is I'm not there. So they're working on the same material. It's great. If you're an adult, maybe just picking up an instrument for the first time, or trying to rekindle your passion with music, figure out what works best for you. It might be in the morning before you head to work for the day. It may be as part of your self-care routine after a long day of work. It might be a little bit after dinner to kind of relax while you digest your meal. Find what works best, what is the least distracting, the most enjoyable. If it's fun, you're going to keep doing it every single day. And again, it'll become a habit. If those two resonate for you, let me know down in the comments which one is the hardest for you, which is the easiest for you to figure out. What do you do currently? Do you want to change? That kind of thing. Let me know in the comments. If you follow me over on Instagram, Robert Rowe Music, DM me a picture of your rehearsal spot, whether it's your living room or your dining room or a special corner in your bedroom, or maybe you have a rehearsal studio like me, something like that. I want to see where you practice and when. Here's the third point. I've kind of hinted at it already, but be ready. The best thing about my little rehearsal space is that my gear's all here. I get to leave it here. I can leave things set up. If I have my amp and a microphone and an instrument and cables and a tripod all set up, I don't have to tear it down every single time. So I get to come in, get to work without the setup and tear down. Jim Herlihy of the band Augustus, which is an amazing band in Boulder, gave me this advice. Said, if your instrument's out, you're going to play it. So I'm tempering myself, but my uke is right here. It's so easy. Just grab it, tune, and start playing. Whereas I have my baritone down in this case. I haven't touched it yet. I have an electric guitar back on my shelves. I'm probably not going to practice that today because it's not out. So your instruments, if it's out, you're going to grab it, even at home. I've seen so many great ukulele display walls in people's homes. Do you know how inviting that is to like come home after a long day of work? First thing you see is a wall of beautiful instruments. I would like drop my bag down, take off my coat, grab one off the wall, and start playing. I didn't grab the TV remote. I didn't grab snacks from the fridge. I didn't go jump in bed and take a nap. Like, it was so inviting to just grab that uke and start playing. So having it out, having it ready. You can trick yourself if you know you practice after dinner. Set it up right before dinner. Go eat, and then it's practice time. you've already eliminated the stress of having to set up. So you just go in and you're ready to go. Here you go, you practice, right? So be ready. Obviously be careful if you have kiddos running around, or a rambunctious dog that likes to play fetch in the house, or a cat that likes to chew on your instruments. Maybe think about a different location, or keep the door shut while you have things set up. Obviously take care of your gear as best you can. And then finally, before you sit down to practice, what's your goal? It could be to play as fast as possible. Not a great goal, but could be to learn scales. Could be to learn the 2-5-1 progression in all 12 keys on your instrument. Maybe you haven't picked up your violin in a while, or your electric bass. So maybe it's to grab your electric bass and play a little bit. I'm talking like you guys are all multi-instrumentalists. That's awesome if you are, totally fine if you're not. But what's your goal? Learn a new cover. Master that song that you messed up at your jam session the other day, or the one where you went to play it at the open mic and you botched the first line. It's a good goal. Practice those lyrics. How can I remember them better? And everything you do will work towards that goal. So, those are my big tips on setting up your practice success. We'll talk about actual practice another time. There's 1,000,001 ways to do that. 2 final tips, and these are just fun. These are things that I've been doing recently. If you are a TV watcher, and I don't watch a lot anymore, but play during commercial breaks. Hit that mute button, play. Now, this isn't practice. This is addition. This is bonus practice time. Remember I said eliminate distractions? But if you're sitting and you have your uke right there, hit that mute button. You can play a couple strumming patterns. You can play through a 3-minute cover. Unmute, back to your show. You can do that through a full hour-long episode. And then this one's fun. I've been using this one with some of my kid instrumentalists. The game Minecraft. I've been addicted to this, and it has a day and a night cycle, right? The night cycle is when bad things happen. Monsters come out. You can get injured, like when you're playing the game. You can lose all your gear, that kind of stuff. It's generally better to avoid the nighttime. So typically they work in 10-minute cycles. So 10 minutes at the end of the day, it turns to night. I just I move my character somewhere safe, grab my uke, play for 10 minutes. Daylight comes back, put my uke down, back to playing the game. And if I'm playing for an hour, right, 60 minutes, that's 6 10-minute cycles that I've practiced that I wouldn't have otherwise. Or sorry, that's 6. 3, right? So 3 day, 3 night, so 30 minutes. That's decent when it's above and beyond what I've already practiced for that day. So it's a fun one. Again, I hope this is helpful. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I want to see your practice spaces. Let me know how often you practice, where you practice, the types of things you plan when you're practicing. Let me know what questions you have. All right? Thanks. We'll see you again soon.